Continue this discussion with clinical psychologist Dr. Leonard Carr. Dr. Carr, good afternoon. Welcome to today here on eNCA. I guess if you are a young person, you are a learner, and you don't like waking up early in the morning, psychologically, this will be good if you started in the afternoon.
Well, Dan, thank you for inviting me. I think it's actually amazing because it's not even a matter of preference. Many teenagers find it almost impossible to get up in time in the morning and need a lot of sleep. People have different rhythms. So I think at long last, the school system is starting to adapt to the realities of how people are made, are functioning. And I think also that since the world of work has changed and people are being allowed to work at night, online in their own hours, I think that the school system is catching up with the way the world of work is changing. So it all makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, we're talking about this because Carr, which is a private education entity in one of the schools in Durbanville, is already going to be starting this for grades 7 to 9 in 2023.
Right.
One of the things I was wondering about from a psychological point of view, this might be creating a bit of an exclusional or exclusive group of learners, because according to Carr, they would prioritize those learners who've got a certain level of academic achievement, then wonders what's the impact on the rest of the pupils.
The way I would interpret that is that they're going to accommodate people who are conscientious and keeping up with the system, and not people who are, as you said in your introduction, just lazy and not actually
late
fully
sleepers,
engaged in school. Yeah, just people who just are self-indulgent.
Yeah,
They obviously want this to work.
Yeah, for it to work. Yeah, carry on, doctor.
So what I'm saying is that if they accommodate people who are not conscientious and who are not getting good grades, it's going to undermine the whole system. It's going to look like a farce.
Yeah, yes, and the learner still has to participate, even if you go in the afternoon, would still have to participate in the school's extramural activities in terms of that holistic educational approach.
Right. So I'd be interested to know how they're going to accommodate that. And also what the impact that it will have on teachers, because they also are going to have extra demands placed on them.
Yeah, and could this help parents to stress less?
Well, I think it would help parents to stress less and put less stress on the children, because they won't be having a fight every morning, as many parents do, to try and get children up and dressed and at school on time,
Yeah, so at a practical level, it could help. But I mean, if from your perspective, psychologically, what could be the other key benefits of such a system where it's a new model? Let's say that. I mean, as you've said, it's a new model. It hasn't happened before in South Africa, where a school will decide to separate and have morning and afternoon classes. What could be the other psychological benefits for the pupils in particular?
I think the main benefit is that it creates an alignment with a person's regular rhythms and patterns, and the demands of the system. Just speaking for myself, when I did honors in 1986, the classes were from 5 in the afternoon until 8 in the evening. When I did masters, the classes were all evening classes. We used to finish at about 10:30 at night. I personally am a night person. I function much better at night. I learn better at night than in the morning. So when you can adapt to people's natural rhythms, for those who are not morning people, this will be a great benefit. So I think, and as I said, because the world of work has also become more accommodating, there's no reason why the school system should be rigid in keeping the hours that they've traditionally kept. In fact, in America, schools start later. In many countries, schools start later in the morning, like 9 o'clock or 9:30. South African schools have always started very early, which is very difficult, particularly for teenagers.
Yeah, and maybe it will also help reduce the traffic on the roads, which is another stress with during the school run. The traffic is very busy. Thank you very much, Dr. Carr, for your time and insights here on today on eNCA in relation to what Curio is going to be doing from next year, at least at his Durbanville school in 2023, allowing some learners to choose to attend classes in the afternoon.